So $7 each of two now as I talk to you has been the good push. $9.50 this 3-year-old carrying the lightweight into $8, $7.50 now $7. Celebrity Queen, the WA Sprinting Star, $9 steady. Portland Sky Open 15, he's into 10, drawn 5, can sit on a hot speed here. Dirty Work, well, he opened up 11, he remains at 11. He opened up at 8.50 at 9 a.m. this morning here. Zatori, look at him, he's out to 13, second in this last year, and then 14, Brooklyn Hustle down to Gardner 15. $7 each of two. Punters haven't quite worked it out. Let's go back to the mounting yard.
Well, the pick 7, Hutchie, how many are still alive?
There is still someone alive, just one person, Terry M. He is still in the game, so best of luck with 2 legs to go as well. And I believe he has Portland Sky. So good luck with that, Terry.
Hopefully he's having a good day regardless, but it could get even better if 100,000 jumps in. Let's have a look how they parade here for the Oakleigh Plate.
This mounting yard is brought to you by the Magic Millions Tasmania Sale, Monday, February 22nd.
Huge field for the time-honoured Oakleigh Plate. First run in 1884. And we start with Zatori, who's got the huge task of lumping 58 kilos to win the race for the Ellett and Zara team, who've got a great record in the race.
Yeah, 2 kilos more than what he carried last year in this race, went second. But J. Carr on your side and a horse that obviously flies fresh.
Well, Jane, how's Zatori presented first up?
Well, he's done his maturing, so he doesn't change much physically from preparation to preparation. We know he races well, fresh. He's got a touch warm in the yard, but I wouldn't be too concerned about that. Nice return.
Flamberge is the only runner in the last 30 years to carry 58 and win. It's a task. Number 2 is Dirty Work. Kieran McAvoy's won the race in the past. He teams up with the Hawks team.
Hasn't won fresh, but often runs very well. And, of course, that win at Caulfield and the Scalacci was terrific. So he's going to need a touch of luck in running. I think if you liked him at the start of the day, you'd be a little bit dampened by where he's drawn in the run that he's likely to endure.
I think that he's done enough work to be competitive here. He looks absolutely outstanding. He's a brilliant type and he's got a brilliant temperament.
Number 3 is Kemal Passe. He was defeated by Behemoth first up in the Durbridge. He comes here second up. He's a quality sprinter.
He's a quality sprinter. He's very tough, but I think with 57 kilos, it'll be a tall order. But that said, Damien Lane's riding the crest of a wave, and this is a very consistent galloper.
Horse number 4 is Standout. Can Damien Oliver win another Oakleigh Plate like he did on Eagle Falls and Scalacci way back in 92? He teams up with Gerald Ryan and Sterling Alexu.
Yeah, definitely a talented galloper on his day, Standout. There's no question there. You've got Ollie on your side. He probably gets a nice run in the race, so somewhere around midfield with a bit of cover. So that wide draw all of a sudden is a positive, and if he gets that luck in running, he might not be too far away.
5 is Mizzy. Mark Zara won it with Russian Revolution. He draws a wide gate here on this mare, and the lugging bit applied for Anthony Cummings.
Yeah, perhaps a soft track first up wasn't ideal, but sat handy in that race. Savatiano was in a different class, so it's a little different today to handicap conditions. I was looking elsewhere.
6 is Ancestry. Well, Philip Stokes has had 2 winners already at Morfordville today. Can he get a Group 1 with this son of the Brothers War?
I think he can, but look, Zed, my sort of confidence levels have been somewhat reduced. I think just that leader nearer the fence is not exactly what you want, but if he can plot the right path for 53, we know he's very talented.
Yeah, if he leads, he's got to probably lead like Oxley Jack did and stay 3 or 4 horses off that inside session. We just haven't seen any evidence of horses hard up against the rail, which he may end up being successful today, but he's prepped up really well for this.
He looks even stronger coming back this preparation. He's a very powerful sprinter. I think he'll brighten up a touch in the coat off the back of this, but I'm not too concerned about that. He looks ready to go a bold race.
And for Michael Poy, his fourth ride in a Group 1. We move to number 7, Celebrity Queen. We must respect the Western Australians owned by Bob Peters. Grant and Alana Williams do a great job. And Pikey, well, he's had 2 rides in the Group 1s today and runner-up in both.
And this horse had 2 starts over the trip for 2 wins as well. And look, I think he's an interesting runner. That run in the Winterbottom behind Elite Street was very good, and the bulk of the form from last prep was terrific.
She's pretty unassuming, looking at her wander around the yard. She's not overly big. She's quite a neat mare, but she's well prepared for this. She's got great muscle definition, and she's lovely and relaxed in the yard.
South Australian flavour continues. The first of Gordon Richards' runners. Here's Bold Star.
Second up record's better than fresh up, and look, I thought he was very good behind Prophet Sum. I mean, he's just got to find a little bit. He dropped in weight. There's a case to be made. This horse is a big price.
Yeah, typical parade from him. He's nice and tight off the back of his first up performance.
9 is Brooklyn Hustle. If the speed's on, can this daughter of Star Spangled Banner, who won the race, the stallion, can he produce Brooklyn Hustle to win and storm over the top?
Yeah, I like her fresh. I like the race shape for her. I like the pattern. There's a lot of positives. She's better chance than I thought with what we've seen so far today, Zed. And both her and Bold Star probably going to have things to suit today.
I would imagine Jason Warren and Dean Krongold have just had a smile on their face watching the races unfold today. Certainly plays into the way that she likes to race. She'll get back, she'll swing off the bend and be storming to the post line.
She's continued to mature. I think she's even better coming back this preparation, and one thing we know about her is she saves it all for out on the track. She's a real darling, wandering around the yard, conserves her energy.
10 is Garner, the second of Gordon Richards's sprinter, and Daniel Moore riding.
Well, he's going to need a touch of luck from that inside draw, but Garner likes Caulfield as a type of sort of that if he gets the right run can be swooping late as well, and he'll strip a little bit fitter, and he's a good second up horse, and I think he is good enough with the 52 on his back.
Yeah, like a stablemate, tightened up a touch off the back of his first up performance. He's got a lot of purpose in the yard.
How Romantic, the mare by the wow signal for Mar Eustace team.
Got a little bit to find, I think, How Romantic on what we saw the first up run behind Prophet's Thumb. Sat handy there. Good luck to young Lockie Nindorf.
12 is Prophet's Thumb. Can Anthony and Sam Freedman go back-to-back with wins with her? She won the Rubiton last start.
She did. It was a nice ride from Jamie on that occasion. Maybe she's come back better. She'd need to be. She won't be far away. She never is. But I just thought there's a few others that might be able to turn the tables that she raced against last start.
Lovely big mare, plenty of substance. She's maintained well since her last start out and gets a little bit excitable in the yard and a little bit warm, but that's typical of her parade. Lindsay
Smith and Will Price. Will Price, his first ride in a Group 1. They're combining with Riding the Wave.
I wonder if Jane will be keeping an eye on this one today. I know she's got a soft spot for Riding the Wave. I think he's well over the odds. He wasn't that bad last start against All Banter, and I know it was an easier test, but he could run well.
14, Sword of Mercy, unlucky in the Rubiton last start.
Fair call, and pretty good behind Fabergino prior to that in the Kensington. So once again, it's not an easy race, but you know, many are here with chances, and Sword of Mercy is a winner at Caulfield in the past.
She just really relaxes into a preparation and does everything right. She wandered around the yard like she's wandered around the yard 100 times. She's fitting well. Star
Spangled Banner, the last 3-year-old colt to win this race. Let's get into the 3-year-olds. First of those, Portland Sky.
Well, the form looks good now. He beat Asar and, of course, Tagaloa, who ran 1-2 last week. So all of a sudden he's in with a good chance. Different race shape here, but he's a progressive horse.
I think he's improved off his parade last week. He's got a great temperament, and he was a little bit on his toes when he stepped out here at last start. Today he was nice and relaxed again.
12 months ago, he was runner-up in the Blue Diamond. Hanseatic, can he win the Oakleigh Plate?
Well, he's a target race for them, that's for sure. So, look, he's a get-back run-on type, and this seems right in his sweet spot. And we heard from Sam Freedman earlier. They've planned out this one, so I would be very wary.
He's continued to strengthen. He's a nice, big, powerful colt now. Still plays up a little bit prior to a start, but we know that's typical of his parade.
The Blue Sapphire Stakes winner in that 3-horse epic is Ranting. He's first up.
Yeah, that was his first win, believe it or not, following a string of very good performances. I always felt he'd come back this prep and would be one to watch. He's a nice, progressive type, and I'm sure he'll give a good account.
Glenn Boss rides a kilo over here. He won the race on the mighty Fastnet Rock as a 3-year-old with a big weight. He combines with Mar Eustace team Anders.
Well, Anders, if he turns up in the vein of form that he was early last prep, well, who knows? He might blow them away with 50 kilos, but he definitely went off the boil later on in that prep, but... yeah, it'd be interesting to see which one we see today.
Host of chances here, Hutch and BZ. Let's put him into some sort of order. Good luck.
I went with Ancestry. I think each way was the play for me. You could pick 4 or 5 here and, you know, still miss quite easily. Outside of that, look, the two that I definitely would be keeping safe, Bold Star, Garner, the South Aussies, I think they'll both run well. Dirty Work, I've sort of gone off a little bit more now from that inside draw, but I think Ancestry will be there for a long way, Zed. What about you?
I was with a couple of horses who I feel will be hitting the line strongly. Garner's drawn the inside gate, which I'm not convinced he's going to get into the right spot. He's going to need a fair bit of luck, but Brooklyn Hustle, I feel, is the one that could be really rocketing to the post late. So I'm sort of going wide for horses. One that's going to need luck from weaving through the field, but we saw with Artorias in the previous, they can come from off the inside and get to the middle. They can attack the line, but it's going to take a really clever ride from Daniel Moore.
I'm with Dirty Work on top. I know he's got his work cut out from the gate, but he was a standout in the yard. He looks absolutely outstanding. He's a brilliant-looking colt. He's well put together. He's got a lovely richness to his coat, and he was absolutely glowing. He's got temperament in spades as well. He was a standout for me. He goes on top. Outside of that, Brooklyn Hustle, she's matured again coming back this preparation. She conserves her energy. One that doesn't is Hanseatic, but he's much stronger this preparation. Physically, he's in great shape. And I also thought that Portland Skies improved off his last start parade.
All right, $7.50 now, Ancestry, and your favourite, Anders, has been the really good rally today. Punters jumped on that $9 and was equal favourite at one stage at $7, Anders. So from that wide barrier, he's got speed to burn. He'll come across, and there's not much between them in terms of turnover. Portland Sky's been a really good shift late here, punters. $13 into $9.50 to sit right on that speed. So a great spread of money for the Oakleigh Plate. Celebrity Queen out to $10 now, and that's about it. Brooklyn Hustle also tightens to $12. It's open, it should be. It's an Oakleigh Plate, $7.50 the field. Get your bets on.
Wayne Hawkes joins me to talk about Dirty Work. The colt looked absolutely outstanding in the yard. One thing, though, looking at his form, he hasn't won first up. Is that a concern?
No, I don't think so. If you look at his first up in the spring, it was he was running against the best horses in the country, so he's only got to bring then to today, and he's going to be right in it.
Has this always been his target, a race you've got him ready for?
This and the Galaxy. It's just he's drawn barrier 1, so I'm not quite sure about barrier 1 on the inside with the way that the track is today.
Yeah, that's probably unfortunate the way racing has panned out. What sort of instructions do you give to Kieran McAvoy given the way the track's playing?
Do you want to know the truth? I said good luck from barrier 1 on the inside. True.
Well, fingers crossed he works a miracle from there, because I thought he looked in tremendous order. Are the team happy with the way he's come up?
Yeah, he's come up really, really good. He's travelled down from Sydney great, and he, I don't know how you rated him, but gee whiz, he's a good-looking horse, and he's got a great record, so it'd be nice to put a Group 1 alongside his CV.
I put him on top, Wayne, so you've done your job. I've put him on top. Let's hope Kieran McAvoy can do his.
I knew you were a good judge.
All the best.
Thank you.
There is Wayne Hawkes speaking about Dirty Work. Grace Ramage joins us here. Grace, any news out of the Blue Diamond?
Well, I've had the opportunity to speak to both Mark Zara, the rider of the favourite Enthar, and also co-trainer Kieran Maher. And while they're still going to take some time to really assess what did transpire at this stage, both believe that the sectionals early have taken their toll, that the filly was just forced to do way too much from the barrier. She's run really slick time between the 1,000 and the 600 metres. She just didn't have enough left in the tank. Mark Zara said that she's just too brilliant for the 1,200 metres at this stage. In terms of how she's pulled up, we don't quite know yet, but at the moment, it took its toll, the amount of work she had to do in the early stages.
Yeah, she gave her all. She just went very quick. I mean, she looked to the eye like she was 2 or 3 lengths clear after the early stages, and she fought bravely, but she just isn't using that energy that economically at this point in time, or efficiently, I should say.
She's not the first horse to go from 1,000 to 1,200 metres and not handle it, and until they get there, you just don't know. But on the evidence of what we've seen, I wouldn't be rushing back to back her at 1,200 metres anytime soon.
Not at this point.
She's highly effective at the shorter trips, and there's plenty of good races that you can win at that distance range. But here is the Oakleigh Plate. It's pretty much sort of $7, $8 the field here for this Group 1 feature at the 1,100 metres. Who knows, Enthar could be back in 12 months' time and running in this particular race. But they're moving into the gates. Let's head up to Matt Hill.
Favourite here down the bottom in Anders. Ancestry's $8, VOP $7.30 the tote, just favourite. Anders $7.50 favourite on VOP, but $7.40 the tote, second favourite. Moving in, Kieran McAvoy, who won this race with Mrs. Onassis back in 2013. Kieran McAvoy goes in with Dirty Work. Nibble 13 into 11 for that runner. Celebrity Queen goes in. Ancestry joins the line. Michael Poy with the 53.5 kilos. Brooklyn Hustle. Jai McNeil comes up. Prophet's Thumb, a last start winner, is in. Here's Portland Sky coming forward. Opportunity for some young riders down at the bottom of the weights here. T.O. Nugent looking for that first Group 1. Sword of Mercy comes up now. Dean Holland. We await on Mizzy. Also Anders out behind the line. Glenn Boss riding a kilo over here. Zutori, who ran well in the race last year, but it's an assignment today with the 58 kilos, but has some class. Ranting, riding the wave to come forward. Will Price has a navy blue cap. There's Zutori coming along. Riding the wave, moves forwards. So we're getting close with this capacity gate of 18 here for the Oakleigh. Prophet's Thumb a little bit edgy. Anders is in. Ranting now joining them. Ranting comes forwards. Ancestry's quite edgy towards the inside, wanting to lift. Starter has the button in hand with, it looks as though, one to come along. And that is a riderless Hanseatic. Hanseatic for Anthony and Sam Freedman. They've had a big 40 minutes winning the diamond. Here's Hanseatic being led forwards. $13 the tote, $18 with the books. Hanseatic is in. So a great sight, the 18 of them lined up in the stalls for the Ned's Oakleigh Plate. Ready to run. Set to gallop, all clear given, racing, riding the wave away quite well. Camel Passer shows out with Anders and Mizzy in the early strides, and also Ancestry from that low draw is driving through from Portland Sky, riding the wave in the top 5. Then came How Womatic, Zutori and Celebrity Queen from Ranting, and then Brooklyn Hustle stand out well back Hanseatic with Garner. Towards the back, Bold Star, Prophet's Thumb and Dirty Work. So off the rails, Anders led at the 650. Ancestry, the fence and Portland Sky between them. A length and a quarter riding the wave, then Camel Passer, Celebrity Queen, Zutori and Mizzy. Then How Womatic, Ranting and Sword of Mercy from Garner stand out. Brooklyn Hustle, Bold Star, Dirty Work, Hanseatic well back with Prophet's Thumb. Into the straight at the 300, driving up Ancestry, first to straighten from Portland Sky and Anders. 2 lengths Celebrity Queen, Camel Passer. Zutori runs on from Sword of Mercy. Portland Sky's taken the lead, went to the front. A wall chases. Portland Sky at the 100 metres led. Camel Passer and Celebrity Queen's driving. They hit the line. Portland Sky or Celebrity Queen. They've hit it together. Brooklyn Hustle has just dipped out wide from Camel Passer and Dirty Work. It's a photo finish to the Oakleigh Plate. Then Prophet's Thumb, Garner. Behind those horses, then Zutori, Bold Star, Sort of Mercy. Ancestry got weary. Then Ranting, riding the wave, Anders. How Womatic well back in the field with Hanseatic, and then came Mizzy and Stand Out.
Photo finish, there'll be millimetres in it. Has Teo Nugent won his first Group 1? Or has Willie Pike nailed him right on the line? And look at Brooklyn Hustle flying late. There is literally millimetres in it. We wait for the photo. Brooklyn Hustle was something licked. She couldn't get out at the top of the straight. That's the nature of this race, though. And what a finish up on the inside. Celebrity Queen. She went where angels fear to tread up on the inside. Portland Sky has it. Can Teo Nugent hold on and win a Group 1? We wait. There's literally millimetres in it. It is a thrilling Oakleigh Plate, as we've seen time and time again. What a race it was. And Teo Nugent went for home. He was left in front a long way out, this 3-year-old colt. For Matty Laurie looking for his second career Group 1. For Teo Nugent, the apprentice, has he been able to hold on? And there's Willie Pike up on the inside, working so hard for Grant and Alana Williams with Celebrity Queen. Is it a dead heat? Brooklyn Hustle got out late, stormed over the tops in a photo with Camel Passer. We wait with bated breath for the photo. The longer it takes, the more you think it's closer and closer to a dead heat. We watch the vision again. Teo Nugent, he must have, that last 50 metres must have felt like 300. He is in front a long way out. His eyes were big. He's thinking of a Group 1. And then the Wizard from the West makes it really close on the line as Portland Sky held on. That